We can defend when we set our mind to it, but I knew that before. So I don't think there was anything new that we learned. Jorge is a good defender. We asked him to defend Kenny, who had had 26, 28, and 30 the last 3 games, and I thought he did a really good job of that. Jorge was bound and determined, and he, made it tough. And if you take Kenny out, then they go to Schamberger, and I thought Justin did a good job. He knew him, and so defensively, I thought we were good. We got them back on their heels by defending. We were able to get out on the break, and we got some good stuff off the break. And our assist to turnover ratio, particularly early, was really good. So it was, I think obviously San Jose State's better than that, but coming off a loss, I think we were a little bit focused on trying to defend and do a better job, and they did a good job with it.
Mike, can you talk about Crouch's game?
David just is a guy that he's just always in the right place. He'd have had easy triple-double had he secured some of those rebounds early. He did have 10 rebounds. I guess he needed another point, but, he could have been, huh?
An easy triple-double?
No.
A double-double?
No, I didn't say triple-double.
Yeah.
Did I? I thought I said double-double, but,
No, you can play those
okay,
back.
well, let's quote it so that we make sure that we got it. I thought he could have had a double-double easily. He could have had probably 15 rebounds. He had his hands on an awful lot of balls and did a good job defensively. I think Carter's a pretty good player and was worried about David defending him, but Carter took him one time, and David just stayed down and waited and then blocked the shot. So I thought David played very well.
What was your reasoning behind starting David over Brandon today?
There was no reason. Just we went with a normal lineup. You might ask what was our reasoning for starting Small against San Diego State would probably be a better question. This was the way we play, and David's done a really good job, so we went with a conventional lineup, and it was good. We were good early. David was good, and our matchups were good, and we were able to run offense, so I thought it was very positive.
Mike, does Justin allow you to do some different things offensively, getting him in the starting lineup these last couple of weeks? Are you running more? Are you doing anything differently with him in there?
No. Justin is a good player, and he's played very well, and I think the common sense would look at the way that he's played and how he's played, and people would say, well, he's playing one of your top 5 players. And so that's what we did. We went that direction because he has played well, and I think he's earned that spot. Brandon's a key part of what we do, and we need him in that same rotation that we had Justin. But Justin is a good scorer. He's strong, and he actually did a great job of running the break.
Will Cobbs continue to start?
I don't have the answer to that. It's certainly possible. We certainly like the lineup. We'll see how we go. Right now, I think he's playing very well.
There's periods of time we've seen him basically take the game over, whether it's with the scoring tonight, he had assists on 3 straight trips down the game. Is that the type of explosiveness that he has?
He's strong, and when he focuses, he's good. When he concentrates and sees the floor and does what we're asking him to do, he's good, and he did that tonight. And we tried to reinforce him. Every time he did that, he drove down the middle, he kicked Al on a 3, and could have been another assist. It was the right play to make. He made all the right plays on the break. It was the right plays to make. And so we've reinforced that with him, and that's, I thought he responded very well.
Is Solomon closer to being reinstated or coming back?
He will be reinstated and is back.
So he will play against Jackson State?
He is reinstated and he's back, ready to go.
Is he coming back as a starter, or?
Well, can we just wait on that, or we need to determine that right now?
Let's get it all out of the way now.
Shall we? The way they only show up once a week, so we might get all the information we need. All right. David, we're not worried about I am not worried about who's starting. I'm worried about who's our best combination of players on the floor, what kind of rotations we have. We need 7, 8, 9 players that can continue to help us win.
Mike, what does Justin have to do defensively to get to the level where you'd like him to be at point of attack?
But just has to concentrate. He's strong. He can move his feet. He can dominate. I think the only issue is sometimes he falls asleep. He just, he loses sight of his man, or he forgets where he's supposed to be, and that's where Jorge's generally pretty good, especially when he gets on a topic or a project, and he'll kind of take it personally. I think Justin is a very, very good defender. I would say he probably gets screened a little easier than I would like. He gets caught on screen sometimes, but when he wants to defend you, he can.
Hey, Coach, it was another rough night for the Pac-10 tonight. Arizona State lost, Utah. Coaching staff, your coaching staff talking about that, reacting to how poorly the Pac-10 has gone so far?
No, that's not my concern. It's disappointing. I mean, we obviously would like to see the Pac-10 win every game. It would make everything look better. I don't think it's fair to throw Utah in there. I mean, Utah's in a tough situation. Larry knew that when he took the job. I don't know who they lost to or where they played them, but I don't look at that particularly. Arizona had a chance to win at number 12 Florida. I don't look at that as something that's difficult to understand. You're all the way across country playing a very good basketball team, and you take them to overtime. I actually think that's a positive. I don't know who Arizona State played, so I don't know what the circumstances were there, or I don't know where they played them. November, December basketball is very misleading. It always has been, because it's who you play and where you play them. And so, you can be really good and have a 500 record, but nobody's going to acknowledge that, or you can be not very good and be 10-0 because of who you played and where you played them. That's just always been the way it's been. So you can't make too much. Now, I will acknowledge that we've had some bad losses in the league, but what happens to everybody else is of concern only because I want the Pac-10 to do well. I want 5 or 6 teams in the NCAA tournament, but at the end of the day, what I am concerned about is our basketball team and how we're playing.